Okay, independent changes on its own. It's a variable that changes by itself. Dependent changes because of the independent variable. Independent is shown by the X, dependent shown by Y. So if Deanna babysits for several hours after school, how much money does she earn? I want you to highlight in purple the dependent and underline the independent in yellow. Okay, so you underline the yellow and dependent or independent? Which is
The yellow is dependent. Dependent changes because of something else changes, right?
Right.
But it doesn't say how many hours. It just says several.
Okay.
That's why I underlined that.
And you marked the yellow as dependent?
Yeah, and how much money does she earn is a question, and it's not changing any. How can a question change? Maybe I don't understand.
So she can't just make money without working. So that would have to be the dependent, because in order to make money, she has to work.
Okay, but it just says several hours. So how long do I know how long she works?
You don't yet. There's no answer to this yet. It's just the question.
I gotcha.
So she works hours to get the money.
Okay, so how much money does she earn?
Is because of the hours.
Is the dependent?
Yes. No, the money's the independent. Yes, it's the independent.
Okay, so independent is by itself, and dependent is
because of
the independent. All right.
If Deanna gets paid $2.25 for each hour she works, how many hours until she has $6.75?
$3 hours.
You did division.
I took the time, how much she gets paid an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I divided it into how much money she made. So if she made $2.25 an hour, and you divide that into $6.75 an hour, you get 3 hours.
Yep. And the last question is, what is the independent in this and the dependent?
The independent is X and the dependent is Y.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's almost like the first question. The Y is the answer.
Yep.
And the X is part of the problem.
So is the independent X or is it negative 5X? Is it the whole
X.
Or is it just the X?
Just the X. I think.
It would be the whole because the X goes with the 5.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I want you to make your own equation and identify the independent and dependent. It can be math. It can be a word problem.
Okay. 5x plus 2 equals y.
Independent.
Independent would be the x.
Okay.
Because 5 times the independent changes by itself. And then 5 times the independent plus 2 equals the dependent, which is dependent on what that and that is.
Okay.